Guys, going on a date, if you're picking me up at 6 or 7, don't pick me up. It's not a sexy time to pick up a girl on a date, especially a first date.
Yeah.
Listen, this is no 5 set. You're going for dinner. You're getting to know them. The girl wants the dim lighting. She wants everything beautifully.
If the sun is still out when you're
Why are you picking me up?
I'm staying in my house until it gets dark.
Chemical X.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode 69.
Ooh. I almost forgot it was episode 69, but...
Guys, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, rate us 5 stars. If you're listening on Apple Music or Spotify, don't forget to leave a comment down Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let us know what you'd like to hear next. And yeah, did I say my name was Alessia? Because it was Katrina last week.
Mine was a couple of names last week, but it's me, Veronica. And we are back again, guys. So excited to be here, especially on episode 69.
Where we have our condoms in handy.
Safe sex always. And you know I'm a big numbers girl, so obviously I love 69. Remember when guys thought they were cool when they were 13 and they would put 69 in their email? Like, shut up, babe. Your balls didn't even drop. Like, you don't even have pubes to shave, even if we give you the Manscaped discount.
But I just feel like whenever you hear that number, 69, like, if you're going, when I was in Vegas and there was, like, an elevator floor that was 69, it's like, you can't help but be immature and laugh. Like,
I don't think there's
no
ever a
time
point
where 69 gets brought up and you're not laughing.
It's not even laughing. It's just like,
hey, is everyone gonna ignore the obvious question?
Speaking briefly about 69, do we even like 69?
I feel like it's a thing where if you say you don't, like, ooh, are you even sexual? But like, it's not my favorite position.
I mean, I'm definitely not jumping to it. There's a lot of reasons why I'm not jumping to it.
It's just like, there's so many things going on. How are you really enjoying yourself?
Well, it's like, I can't be pleased when I'm at work myself.
Exactly.
It's like, can one of us
She
clock
said
out?
it, guys.
You know what I mean? Like, do we have to both be doing this at the same time? And also, like...
How do you perform your best work while you also have to, like, you know?
And then it's like, how do I let you know you're doing a good job while I'm also trying to do my best? Anyways, there's a lot of steps involved. And also, like, me on top. I think, like, the only time that I'm, like, more okay with it is, like, if we're both on our side. I feel like it's more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's less like my asshole is breathing in your eyelids. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be getting wind on your eyelashes.
And she's not talking about...
Anyways, guys, welcome back. I have...
Welcome back. If that wasn't an entrance, I don't know what is.
Straight into 69. YouTube
How we
is
like
going,
it.
how do we allow this content here? Like, you guys are on edge here. On edge.
Oh, we're on edge.
Just to throw this back, today I saw a TikTok, and these are how all my stories, they always
Veronica,
start with,
shut up with your TikTok.
okay, but no. So I came up with a theory because I saw this TikTok that said, date a hot girl because she won't cheat on you because she's used to the attention. Okay? So I saw that and I was like, I thought about it and I was like, interesting take. Interesting take. And then, so this is how I came up to my theory, guys.
Listening.
Let's say hot girls are less likely to cheat on a guy because they're used to getting the attention, right? They're not jumping at every opportunity to cheat on their boyfriend.
But then doesn't that go against everything we said? How just because a girl could be hot doesn't mean she could feel like she's hot?
Yes, but when a girl, whether a girl knows she's hot or not, if she's hot, she's still going to be getting attention.
But what if she doesn't think she's hot, but she's hot?
But she's still getting attention, so she's used to getting attention from men.
Fair.
Meaning that she knows she has her options, whether or not she thinks she deserves them. She knows that they're there if she wants them. She's used to getting attention. Okay? So this makes sense because you're like, okay, I feel like it's true because let's say you have 10 options. You finally choose the guy you want to be with. You already knew you could have had those other people. You don't really care if they're giving you attention.
Right.
Whereas if you don't usually have options and then other people, you know, kind of pop up, you're more likely to be interested in getting that extra attention.
Right.
Right. Okay. So now My
Is
theory,
this a quiz?
yeah. So the first thing that right, the first part of the theory is that hot girls cheat less. So we're like, okay.
Okay.
But then it brings me to guys who date hot girls cheat more. And I'll tell you why. Because
That makes sense.
Because as we always said, when a guy dates a hot girl, suddenly their value goes up.
Yeah, because they think they can get everything now.
Yes.
And girls always be like, why did that hot guy want to date her?
Exactly. So now
Yeah.
when a guy's dating a hot girl, it's like for every other girl, it's like, okay, suddenly he's
What
10
does
times
he
hotter.
have?
Exactly.
I feel like I felt like that about a guy who was like ugly. Suddenly I'm looking at him hot 'cause I'm like, how do you get that hot chick?
Exactly. So now his value went up. And now this average Joe is suddenly getting attention from all these other hot girls who are going, well, I didn't know he was hot until he dated this hot girl.
Right.
Even though he's not hot, he's just hot because he's dating the hot girl.
Right.
So now he's getting all the attention from these other hot girls. And most of the time, the hot girls giving him attention are only giving them attention because they want to see if they're hotter than the hot girl he's with. Do you see where I'm going with this? So I feel like a lot of times girls will go for a guy who has a girlfriend because they want to almost like feel like they're prettier than the girlfriend. Like they got to almost get him to cheat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and all while this is happening.
Is anyone else wondering where this is going?
Well, I mean, this is the part
you
where I
can
need
pull
the
out
whiteboard.
your notes. Don't worry. No one's gonna tell you off.
So then I was thinking like, this is what happens with like the Kylie Jenners, the Khloe Kardashians, where suddenly this guy, even though, you know, let's put Khloe Kardashian, for example, we all go, what the fuck? She's literally millionaire, hot. Like, how is Tristan cheating on her? But then if you think about him, Tristan was probably getting girls before, but the amount of girls that probably want to sleep with Tristan after he started dating Khloe and suddenly blew up as a more valuable guy is like, he's probably not used to getting all these girls. So now it's like, what the fuck? Now scale that back down to a regular relationship. You can see how hot girls cheat less and guys who date hot girls cheat more. Dun, dun.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode on 69. I hope you learned something.
Okay, wait.
Okay, so I actually agree with you, but I also can say like a cheater is a cheater, and like Tristan was cheating before, like babe, before Khloe he was cheating.
I know,
but yes,
my point is that we always look at these hot people.
The attention he's getting now is off the roofs for sure. But I think also fame is another whole situation.
It's another thing.
But yeah,
it's more my comparison to like we always see these beautiful girls, Beyonce, all these amazing successful people getting cheated on, and we think why?
Cheating doesn't have to do with success. That's something else too.
No.
But yes, I completely agree with you. And that's why I'm gonna stay single for now. Thank you. but I do agree, and I've actually can attest and say that I've actually went for guys, and I know this is so bad to say, but I've found guys hot that I would never in my life find hot on a regular day because of him going like, what does he have that would entice me to be interested in him? He must be funny, or wow, he must be good in bed. There must be something about him that gets the girls to go for him. So guys, all you have to do is land one hot chick. The rest is history.
Exactly. But it's honestly, it's fucking true. And I even think like when I think about myself, like, you know, you put yourself in your shoes and you're like, okay.
But it's the same thing. Even when a girl like goes for a guy that's not in her like normal standard, and she goes for somebody who's like more of a loser than somebody, let's say she's thriving in her life and she goes and dates somebody who's more of a bum, the same effect is going to happen just the other way around, right? Because if you're with somebody who's not bringing you up, she's going to start feeling shit about herself, and she's going to think she can have that amazing guy, that hot guy, or it's going to just be the other way around. So it makes sense.
Yeah. And honestly, I had a friend who her ex-boyfriend like cheated on her a bunch of times, but he was like obsessed with her and everything. And basically, like, they were always still talking after the breakup, and like they like kind of stayed friends, you know, it was a while ago. And she at one point was like, why did you cheat on me? Like, you don't, like, he didn't have any reason to lie. She was just like, I honestly just want to know. And he's like,
what did he say? You were too good for me. Shut the fuck up if you're gonna say that.
he was like, I know you're not gonna believe me, and I know like it's gonna sound really stupid, but he's like, cause you were like so much because you were so out of my league. He's like, I felt super insecure, and when I started seeing like other girls were giving me attention because I was dating you, I was just like, my ego was getting boosted. And then I felt like sleeping with these other girls, it was almost like it was boosting my ego to feel like I was competing with you in a sense of like, okay, I am good enough for you because I get all these other girls, which, don't get me wrong, is not an excuse to cheat.
Wow. But well, there's the evidence.
Yeah.
There is the evidence, folks.
I mean, even probably like it works the same way if like you're a girl who's like, you could say you're not the hot girl with like a super hot guy. I feel like it would eventually be the same thing, because the person who's suddenly getting this attention because their value shot up. But I think it's more of like a girl, like hot girl, uglier guy dynamic. Yeah. I just think it's fucking crazy, and I feel like I cracked the code, and now it's like hot girls don't cheat. You're like, I don't know if we could say that about everyone.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyways, moving on to today's topic about, I feel like this one's for the men.
Yeah.
But it's also for the girls, because it's like data collected from girls. Mm-hmm. But we'll get right into the episode, and just like, I don't know, I feel like we have more tips for guys, and we just love a gentleman. So these are just some basic gentleman tips that are things that I don't think most people would even think of, but I think of.
Yeah. And it definitely like makes the difference when you're talking to a girl or dating a girl. Yes. Like, these are little things that we look at that literally just say, okay, he's like a gentleman.
Yeah. So when I was in New York and I went to see a guy I was talking to, I'll get into that whole story and I'll explain it all in another episode because I feel like it deserves its own episode. But one thing that I realized, I feel like when you have a guy who does it and then a guy who doesn't do it, you really could tell the difference. And I think one is so simple. I don't know if this bothers many people, but for me, it's like really important. But just like a basic etiquette of like walking down the street with somebody and they're not making sure like you're okay or they're not beside you. We don't need to be dating. We don't need to be fucking. We don't need to be doing anything. You could actually be a friend of mine, or you can be somebody I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Walk beside me. Like, don't walk in front of me. And like, have me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying hold my hand. I'm not saying hold my hips. But like, walk and like lead the walk.
Yeah.
Don't be like leading the walk where you're 5 meters ahead of me. And I'm just like, where's my date? Where's my guy? Because I just think it's the most unattractive thing. You could actually be the hottest guy ever. And if you're not walking beside me, or even when I was like in Greece, or like when it was like tight roads and stuff, like if we're in a tight road and we're having to squeeze, like the guy should always be behind you, you know, like kind of just making sure, you know, you're good, you're in check. Yeah. And if you're on a sidewalk, I don't see why you're walking 3 fucking hours ahead of me. It's just so unattractive. And I'm the type of person like, you know, you're trying to almost catch up at a point. You're trying to like come to their level. And then you get to a point where you're just like, fuck you. Yeah. Literally walk. If I find you, I find you. If I don't, I don't. Like, where's your manners?
But it's like, why are you running?
It's insane. And I was just like, where are you going? I thought we were going to the same place. Where are you going?
Like, okay, call me when you're there, I guess.
Like call me if you want me to join. I don't know. Wait, did you want to go for lunch with me? Just tell me now. Anyways, I was so annoyed of that in New York. It was insane. And then that same trip when I had met somebody else, it was like the complete opposite, like night and day, to the point where like it was even like not so much, but just to the point where like so considerate, knew I was wearing booty heels and was like, just watch your step, go a little to the right, like hot. Yeah. You're so, I don't want to say you're the present Kanye to the Kim, but you're so present and being careful of where I'm going to step and making sure I don't get hurt is like, wow, like you think of these things. Because I'm a klutz. I'm not even thinking of this, but just the fact that you're like leading me, like be careful. There's like this there, just walk to your right. I was like, wow. Yeah. It's such an easy fix and I feel like everyone could do it. So just pay attention to your girl.
Yeah. I think walking ahead though is really disrespectful.
Oh my God.
Like honestly, even if it's 2
Yeah.
feet. Like even now, like 2 years.
Okay,
of
if it
my
happens for 2 seconds while you're like crossing or something,
Yeah.
but come on.
Yeah, no, I just think it's like even now with my boyfriend, we've been dating 2 years. If he's walking ahead of me, it's like hello. Like,
And I don't care
you know
if
what I
one's
mean?
a fast walker and one's a slow one. Like, figure it out.
And especially, it's just like if we're going on a date, like a nice dinner, and like I'm in heels, like obviously I can't walk as fast as you in your fucking Nike sneakers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I get you want to go for a run, but now's not the time. So can you pedal it back a step and
Yeah.
just walk at my pace? Like, what's the rush? I actually think be like rushing somebody and be like, hurry up, let's go.
It's
I
so
think
unattractive.
it's unattractive. Like it doesn't matter if we're, and I'm the type of person where I like being on time, like I rush, but if we're going on a date, I think there's just a time and a place to be stressed out.
Yeah.
And if we're walking to the restaurant, it doesn't matter that we're already 20 minutes late for our reservation. Like don't start jogging up ahead
I
of
know.
me. Like we'll be fine.
Yeah, and I feel like another thing is like you have to understand that normally girls wear heels and guys are normally in shoes, which you should always pay attention to that.
Why they're
Shoes.
barefoot?
I'm just saying if you know your girl is in heels, be considerate and just keep that in mind when you're deciding to make a girl walk 3 blocks. You know,
Yeah.
look, maybe she'll be down to do it if her shoes are comfortable. I don't have any of those, so
So it ain't me.
so it ain't me. But if you find a chick who's
Like Skechers.
that's in comfortable shoes, at least give the option of saying let me get an Uber or let me drive, just so that you can see if she's like no, like I'm actually enjoying this walk. If she initiates, walk. But if she doesn't say anything, bitch, she wants that Uber. And I'll tell you, it's 99% of the time. I've never heard of heels that were comfortable. Sorry. And if so, they were ugly.
Honestly, even if they are comfortable, I still don't want to do the walk.
I don't want to do the walk.
But I think
Unless I'm having my moments of like, so tell me about yourself. And I'm down to talk about myself, which is never. So get me to the restaurant.
honestly, I think that the little things that show like proper etiquette and that are like very gentleman-like are things that actually don't cost a lot. Like it's very
No.
simple things. It's either free or it's very cheap. Like
Yes.
for example, like you're saying, like look, the restaurant is so fucking close to your apartment. It's a 5-minute walk. But do I really want to do the 5-minute
Yeah.
walk on cobblestone? Probably
Yeah.
not. So you know what's sexy? Literally calling a $6 Uber.
Not even. You said 5 minutes away.
You know what I mean? Like it's and even though it's costing you $6, but 46 after the taxes and fees and tips, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's still a $6.
And if you really want to impress her, then there's another option on Uber that says Uber Plus.
but
Is it Uber Plus? Uber
Black.
Uber Black.
Oh, no. They changed it.
Uber
but anyways,
XL?
Uber Black.
Whatever.
But it's just like that little gesture
Yeah.
that's like impressive, that it's like, oh babe, like let's just grab an Uber. Like you don't have to walk. Like,
Yes.
That $6 goes such a long way.
That
in
$6
showing-
could almost get you from not late to late, guys. Come on. I feel like another thing is if you're gonna give a girl a compliment and be like, you look so good, just don't assume she already knows it. Just make it casual. Don't, because I feel like guys do this all the time where they're like, you look so good, but you already know that. Fuck, you were almost there. You were almost there, and then you had to ruin it.
I bet people tell you this all the time.
Oh, it's like, I don't care about people, actually. You're talking to me. You're right here. Why are you so insecure about what other people are saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I get why a lot of like maybe pretty girls don't get that a lot, because they're like, I look so good, but why did no one tell me? It's because they automatically assume you look good, but never assume, guys. Always compliment a girl if you think she looks good. If not, still compliment her if you want to get laid. Anyways, those are just all tips to, put under the belt. And if you're truly a gentleman, you never have to tell somebody, but I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
Because no gentleman says, I'm a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
We know, we can see the actions of you calling the Uber, of you giving the compliments, of you, walking beside, taking control. No actual gentleman is going to say, oh, I did this for you. You're not a gentleman. Actually,
Yeah.
you're actually showing that you don't normally do this. And look at me. Look at what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. I don't normally do this is what it's sounding like.
Exactly.
So you're not a gentleman.
Especially.
And a guy did that to me. And I was like, you're not actually a gentleman. I
No.
read right through you, sir.
Yeah. A true gentleman would never show, like, the first rule is to just not.
But that's not classy.
It's not classy at all, and a gentleman
Yeah.
is classy. And especially the same goes with that is when you're fighting and then they start going, well, I do all this for you and I do this and that and that.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
like, don't
well,
bring that shit up
don't
now.
throw it in my face
That you decided to do that.
yeah, that you're a decent, classy guy. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, don't fucking.
That's like proper, normal, like,
Yeah.
should be expected etiquette.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So definitely, it's the same thing. Like we always say, a fuckboy never says he's a fuckboy. A gentleman never says he's a gentleman. Like,
Yeah.
it's just what it is. And I feel like a gentleman is like deeper than just the things that you do, because we could give all these 100 tips and you could follow them, but it still doesn't mean, it's like almost like a mindset. It's just regarding the person you're with in a certain way, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be following each and every rule. It's just having that like attention and like presence to the person you're with, and just being considerate of them, considerate of their safety,
Yeah.
considerate of their like enjoyment, considerate of, you know, how they're feeling.
I 100% agree with that. And I think, like, even if we talk about like getting into a car and stuff, you know, some people, to a guy, a gentleman is like, I'll come to your door, I'll come get you, I'll bring the umbrella when it's raining. Like, I'm not asking for like
Put
that.
the umbrella away, babe. Umbrella.
The umbrella, like, to the door, to the
can live
car.
without it.
We can live without it, but it's the basic ones, you
Yeah.
know?
It's just
But like,
the
I won't
little
be mad
things.
if somebody does it to me. I want to experience it once.
Honestly, I hate
You've
sharing an umbrella to begin with. Like,
it's
leave me
very,
alone.
like, yeah.
It's very like, I'm still getting rained on, so
Yeah.
your plan didn't work.
No.
I like just, you know what I mean? Like, I find those grand gestures. Wait.
Gestures, yeah. I'll
Wait,
finish your
hold on.
sentences. It's something we haven't done here on the Chemical X podcast.
Those grand gestures are
Gestures.
they're almost like, in my eyes, it's like, shut up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're literally coming with a fucking...
It was just if you overdo it.
But I just find, like, when you're doing it to that extent and it's like, whoa, let me get out of the car to open your door. It's like,
Yeah, like if you're going to
Relax.
do it, everything with class.
yeah, like,
It has to
relax.
be. A thing about a gentleman is everything he does is smooth.
Yeah.
If it's not feeling smooth to you, maybe don't do it.
Like, relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Relax. Like, I'm good with getting out of the car myself, but wait for me to get into my house when you drop me off. That's a gentleman.
Yes.
That's like a nice, sweet thing to do. I know you care about me. I know you're
I
waiting
think
for my
that's even
safety.
if you're dropping off a friend.
Oh, yeah, 1,000,000%.
Anybody.
Just like-
it should be
When I
like,
see my friends drive away, it's like, I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, like-
you hate me?
I'm sorry, do you want me to get kidnapped? Like, you're not going to wait to make sure I'm good?
You drove me all the way home and you can't wait an extra fucking 4 seconds.
And we all know, like, I'm another extent. Like, you know, like, Alessia, like, watch me go to my car. Like, that's another extent. But, like, if you're dropping somebody off, make
You
sure the
wait.
key is...
Yeah. But
Make
how
sure they close the
stressful
door.
Is it opening the door when somebody's waiting? I have stairs here, and the other day, my friend dropped me off after work, and she was waiting there for me to get up. But it's very like dong 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 dong, and you don't want to run up the stairs, but you also don't want to make them.
She already did you a
Wait.
favor. Like, hurry up and
she's
get
like,
up.
going, bitch, it's 4 a.m. You better march a little faster. I'm like, what's my code? Like,
I totally
but
get it.
definitely, you don't need to get out of the car and open the door, but wait for her when she gets in. And another thing that I find is just classy behavior, because I'm not 16 anymore. So for a girl who likes Sundays, football season is not my favorite, because I know I'm losing my partner in everything I'm doing.
First of all, I hate Sundays for many reasons, and one being reality on Monday.
I actually like Sundays. Anyways, the moral of the story is it's football season, and you know what that means?
What does it mean?
I mean, I feel like, you know how athletes shave their bodies so they're more aerodynamic?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the football players do that, but
Does it
they
make them
should.
faster?
I
Because,
feel
like,
like it
they're
would.
they're running on less weight.
Exactly. I feel like it would make them faster.
Guys, we don't need anything that gets us in the way of our goals.
Exactly. We need speed. So whether it's football, whether it's life, whether it's in bed, we want fast, but not too fast. But you can achieve an aerodynamic look by going to manscaped.com and checking out their wide array of men's grooming products. So you have the Weed Whacker 4.0 for your ear and nose hair. You have the Lawnmower 4.0 for your bush downstairs.
Yep.
And get whatever you need. They also have a nice performance package 4.0 to get them all together for a special price. And you will be running, smashing, and passing faster than ever.
That was pretty good. Guys, use our discount code ChemicalX at checkout to receive 20% off your entire order and free shipping worldwide. That's 20% off using discount code ChemicalX at checkout to be running and on your way.
As we always say, there's nothing like a nice neon light to spice up your life.
I feel like I need that lately. I think I need to add like 3 to my cart.
I actually think you have enough spice to your life. So maybe if anybody should not use our discount code, it's you. But if you are looking for a nice addition to your room, your kitchen, your living room, head over to neonific.ca and grab yourself a custom or pre-made neon sign.
Use our discount code ChemicalX at checkout to receive 10% off your entire order on Neonific and free shipping. These packages, they ain't light, so a nice free shipping comes in handy. So I think we can all agree that the one thing that makes a man hot is a man in a suit.
Chuck Bass, Harvey Specter, all those
They
icons,
all have one thing in common, and it's
those made-to-measure, perfectly tailored suits. And if you're not on board with that, we will get you on board because there is a new company called Izotti. You can check them out, guys. They do custom tailor-made bespoke suits for men.
You don't even have to leave your house. You just have to get on the app, and once you get on the app, you position your phone a certain way and they take your measurements, and you're basically going to get a suit that's made exactly for you. So you don't got to go to Nonna Maria's or whatever. You get a hip app that will do it all for you at a great price.
Exactly. And they're also based in Italy, so you know you're getting quality. And guys, we are also giving a very generous discount code of 20% off. So use our discount Chemical X and you will receive 20% off. That is a lot for a tailor-made suit, and
that
it
is a
will
lot.
come in handy.
Like, to get a chick.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're not asking you, to go for a great dinner and spend $1,000. We're asking you to get a suit in order to get laid.
And go to the dinner and then get laid. There's a lot of steps involved, but check out Izotti.com and use that discount code. Don't pick me up down the street of my house because you don't want to show. Like, I'm sorry, but if I'm walking to my neighbor's house to get into your car, there's an issue.
Yeah, I think some people who are still living at home and stuff would still prefer that, depending, but
at my age, even if I was living at home,
I agree with that.
I just, like, it's almost like, okay, what? Like, why you, like, I'm not immature. You shouldn't be. You don't need to pick me up 2 streets down.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to go on a date. You know what I mean? Like, obviously everybody's situation is different, but for me, if I see you're hiding 2 streets away, I'm here. It's just like, okay, why is this feeling like when I was 16 and I used to hook up with a guy beside my house?
So it's so weird, but when I used to go on dates like a long time ago, I would always be like, well, I live pretty far from downtown and I feel bad to make the guy who lives downtown come get me, and then bring me back. And then I slowly, after time, realized, baby, you have to come get me. That's just life. I'm sorry. Like, I can't be like, oh, I'm embarrassed. You know what I mean? For him, I feel bad. Like, no. At the beginning, they should be doing everything in their power to get you. Yeah. And you should never feel like, oh my God, is it too much? Because you're worth it. You have to, like, because I've been there where I was like, oh, I'll just go to my friends or I'll get ready there. Yeah. I feel bad making them drive. It's like, no, don't feel bad.
Yeah.
If they want to go on a date with you, then they should be on their A game. Yeah. They should have no problem. It's like the most fun part. You're like, yeah, bring me all the way back now.
You guys fucking hate this bitch.
Yeah. I'm sure some guys would say that.
Honestly, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't even think about, but I feel like the car ride is like where all the things that show that you're a gentleman happen almost.
Yeah.
You know
and please have a bit of music if we're gonna go. Like, why do I have to get in and it's awkward silence and you're like, do you want a piece of gum?
No, I thought you were gonna say, do you want the aux? If you pass me the aux when I'm in your car, leave me alone.
Oh
I don't
my
need to
god.
start playing local DJ.
That's like going on a date and somebody first saying, what kind of music do you like? Like, shut up and play music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But 94/7, I'm fine. I don't care what's playing, but don't start asking me for my music taste and then what? You're gonna judge me? Like,
no, it's like, what, okay, do you want me to pay the dinner too? Like, figure out the fucking music. Make a playlist before you pick them up.
you know what I mean though? And it's also
It
like,
doesn't have to be like the music super loud, but I mean, in a perfect
something.
world, I would prefer like loud music and just, I don't want to
Yeah.
start the conversations in the car. I don't like that much.
I think a nice classy pickup is like low music. You
Yeah.
pick me up. We say, hey, how are you? Good. I'm excited. You have a little bit of chat, but you know when to turn up the music.
Yes.
Because there is a part where obviously you guys just met.
Yeah.
Like, chances are you don't have that much to talk about. So turn up the music
And
a
talking
little
to
bit.
somebody from your side profile is never like I don't care if you have the best profile, okay? I don't, and I don't like it, but still, I know people who have good profiles who still don't like it.
Well, my problem is that in the passenger seat, it's the wrong side of my face I like. So I'm always going.
Everyone has their thing, guys.
Thank you so much for picking me up.
Yeah.
But another thing in the car, which I think is really important, just with anything, but I would say if you're on a first date, don't ever answer a phone call, but especially not if it's Bluetooth in your car.
God damn it. Don't pick up a Bluetooth call. I know you're trying to make it cash and a lot of guys think it's chill. It's
And you don't want
fine.
to decline the call, but
We're
decline the call.
vibing. But yeah, but also I feel like when you decline the call too, it's a bit like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you could answer.
You can answer, but I get what you're saying.
Guys, how embarrassing. They answer a call and now you're at the point where you're going, okay, well, it's a first date. They obviously don't know we're together.
You can answer and be like, hey, like, can I call you in a bit? And then just click hang up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you're going to start a whole conversation on Bluetooth, the person in the passenger feet.
The passenger feet?
The passenger feet? Is
How
that
are you getting there? You're walking? I thought we said Ubers
I thought
or
we said
drives.
Ubers. Crying.
But the person in the passenger seat is just awkward and you don't know if you need to like introduce that
They
you're
don't know
in
if they
the
have
car.
to be like, hi, I'm Alessia, or like, oh, I'm with my friend. It brings
Yeah.
up that awkward, like.
They almost have to say like, I'm with somebody. Then it's like, who you with?
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many awkward things, guys.
But if you do get to that stage where you are answering on Bluetooth, just be like, I'm with my friend Katrina. I have it with this Katrina.
I gotta meet this Katrina.
My God.
Why do you have this name on call?
I don't
whenever you
know.
need it?
I don't know. But just to say, just address it. I feel like when you address something, it's less like people are going to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're sketch about it, then it's like, okay, I'll call you later. It just makes everyone in the room feel weird.
For sure.
And that's in a public setting and in the car on Bluetooth.
But I've had a lot of, okay, not a lot of times, but like a few times I feel like people would answer a call and try to like impress me with the phone call. Do you know
like,
what I mean?
Or like act, like say something to be
so,
cool.
Yeah, like, did you get that? Anyways, I'm just like, shut up. Whatever you're about to say on this phone call, I guarantee you I would prefer not to hear it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not making me like you more. I gotta be honest.
But it's like you're on a first date, like the same way you're making sure you're in check for everything. Like you shouldn't even be getting calls when you're okay. Well, you know what I like. Like everything. What
You're
you're
going
gonna
mad.
you're
Don't
picking
call me
up
between 6 and 9.
No, I just mean like if you're taking a phone call of hi mom, what I'm doing at the time, like the girls in the car, like you couldn't have handled that before. Like the same way you make sure you're showered, shaved, you shat, like just make sure you handled your calls before. I don't know. Our 3 S's, guys. Should shower, shave,
and call.
and show that to the call.
And silence your phone. There we go.
That's better than mine.
Also, another thing that I think it's just like, I don't know if it's just me because I said to you before and you didn't agree with me, but I think on a first date, if you know I don't smoke, don't light a cigarette with me when I'm in the car and we're driving
I
together.
100% agree with you. I think if you're a smoker, at this point, you don't know if somebody else is a smoker. You guys might bond over that. You guys might light a cig together. You
might
don't know what the
share a
situation.
cig.
I think it's just important that you ask.
Yeah.
But also you ask what. I don't smoke and I hate the smell. I'm going to say, no, you can't. I'm always going to say yes, even though I'm, you're giving me secondhand smoke.
But to be honest, like, just to say, it's not like it's a deal breaker, and it's not. I just think, like, I'm going to be a little bit, like, annoyed. Like, not even unattracted to you, but I'm annoyed because now I'm like, okay, I smell good. Like, I just put my perfume. Like, I want to smell good. I look great. And it's like, you're smoking and now I suddenly feel like my perfume is gone, and it's
Well, it's
more
like we
I'm
just
not
said,
comfortable.
shit, shower, shave. Smoking, no.
You already had the S there.
It's true. I don't know why I'm smorzing it out. Smoking off limits.
Like,
But just like do it before.
and then you
and do it right after.
before you go in the
And
restaurant.
same thing is at the restaurant. Like, my ex used to do this to me all the time. He would go out and smoke and leave me there like 6 times. I felt like I was eating dinner alone.
Yeah.
No.
Well, my
like,
boyfriend's laughing because he does the same thing to me.
well, I just feel like I'm just giving tips for,
No.
anybody who wants to date me. No.
Well, I think it's one thing, like, if you guys are like dating, and even then it's annoying, but at that point you can say, bitch.
Well,
what
I
the
do.
fuck?
I got to that stage.
But on a first date, like,
it started being two
limits.
choose when you want to go. You have 2 choices.
your words. But I think it's like, if we're on a first date, make it through the meal at least. If we're having drinks at the end of the night and you say, hey, you want to come out for some
make
fresh
it
air?
make it an event.
And if I don't want to, and I say, no, don't worry about it, go, that's one thing. But if it's
You got the good.
if it's between appetizer and fucking meal and you're rushing for a smoke and I'm sitting there,
it's because realistically,
I'm talking shit about you on my phone.
Oh my god, for sure, you're messaging all your friends saying how.
Well, I'm alone at the table because you went for a cigarette. Red flag.
I think that there's a lot of times to get there's getting because even realistically in like 2 hours you could probably go to the bathroom twice, and then if you're also a smoker, did you really even have dinner with somebody? Like, how many times are you getting up? You know what I'm saying?
At that point, let's just stay home, save the money.
I know.
1,000,000%.
I think it could be annoying when a guy goes out a lot of times for cigarettes.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's annoying.
And it's
Because
almost,
then even the waiter comes a bunch of times, like, are you done with this? And then you have to answer for both people. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's done, like, no. Take it away, the plates.
put your fucking Nicorette patch on for the first date.
Yeah.
And
or then
take
you have
it
to
like the
message
rest of
him, like,
us.
the food's here. Like, don't want to rush you, but you should come. Like, there's so many, like, guys, no. Smoking's bad
Leave
for
your
you.
leave your addiction at home for the day. But honestly, that's and the other thing is,
And I'm not even gonna lie, I
smoke.
don't even mind if a guy smokes.
No.
It doesn't even bother me.
It doesn't.
And
It's
I know I
just-
seem anal right now, but we'll get into anal.
It's just the ways that you go about it. Like, as long as I don't smell like look, I don't smoke for a reason, and it's because I want white teeth and I want to smell good. You're
Yeah.
like, wait, that's your only 2 reasons? Wait, you don't care about your health?
Materialistic only.
But like, I have my reasons, so don't bring your decisions onto me when I smell like a goddess.
Don't bring your
of
negative
vanilla.
nicotine
Yeah.
onto me.
Like, and then I have to in the car, like, embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's definitely a thing for me. Like, don't smoke when I'm in the car.
Oh my god,
Sorry.
there's so many things. I feel like now that we have this podcast, when somebody's like, oh, okay, so you have a podcast, like, I'll definitely check it out. Like, I appreciate the wanting to get to know me. I appreciate the, like, acting like
Support.
you care, the support. But you're doing me a great favor if you don't watch.
Subscribe, but don't watch.
Subscribe, like, tell your friends, but don't
But
watch.
mute.
You're supporting me more by not watching.
And also the people, don't talk about me. You're like, wasn't gonna.
Wasn't gonna.
But now I will.
Always.
Speaking about, though, the car ride, just to bring it back to that, it's always how when a guy picks you up in a nice car, we love it. But if you're trying to prove to me that your car goes fast and you're going 180 on the fucking highway to get to the restaurant,
Or in the
listen to me.
kids zone, in the school zone.
In the school zone, like, I'm not having a good time anymore. Like, I could tell your car was red. I was like, cool, it goes fast. That's all I needed to know. I don't need to experience it myself. Like, I'm not trying to audition for F1. Like, I don't need this in my life. You know what I mean?
I feel like a lot of times that's a guy thing. They just feel like if they go faster, like, ooh, this guy's bad boy, or like it's
dangerous,
dangerous.
sexy, but no, like, actually, for me personally,
I'm holding on for dear life.
I'm not only am I holding on, but I'm trying to act like I'm cool, and I'm trying, but it's like I'm uncomfortable, and now you just stressed me out when I already have 20 things to stress about.
I think, like we said about being a gentleman, I think a gentleman could also speed. So that's like the I think that if you're on a highway and there's that opportunity, okay, do it for a bit. Show your
But
moves.
there's a difference
between that and then like trying to do it the entire time and like you're on edge.
Yeah.
You could be like laughing and then like be on the highway and then he speeds a bit. And you're like,
You good?
I'm just getting my voice back. But you know what I mean? There's
I
like,
do.
it's okay to do it if it's like the right timing.
I just feel like,
And for a bit, like chill.
yeah, but
Just to show, haha, whatever.
I just feel like speeding is like saying I have a really fast car is
Yeah.
like the same thing as saying I'm a
Like-
gentleman.
Like, we know.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
like
like
if
the
you-
Lambo on the back, like, it states.
You know what I
You
mean?
know?
Like I got like
Yeah.
it's fine. Like
What about the Mustang in the past? Did that go fast?
that went fast and it left me behind, that's for sure. Honestly, toxic behavior, when you get into a fight and he speeds to scare you, not allowed. Abusive.
Well, that is abusive and
Literally,
toxic.
and I'm afraid, and maybe that's why I don't like being sped in a car. Because
So now we know where the deep-rooted issue of
it's
why
because
Veronica
I'm
doesn't
that,
like
though.
speed.
When I'm mad and I have people in my car, suddenly I'm speeding, but it's not because I want to scare them. I'm just like angry. But then I'm like, okay, wait, I'm not gonna kill everyone in my
Yeah,
car.
like,
'cause
don't
I'm
you know
mad.
the little sign that says babies on board? Like, what the fuck?
The baby? It's me, I'm the baby.
Guys, I have to say this because I think everyone knows this, but you know, we're going to come across two frogs who didn't know this. So I'm going to say
Frogs.
it. Guys, going
such
on
a
a
loser.
date, if you're picking me up at 6 or 7, don't pick me up. It's not a sexy time to pick up a girl on a date, especially a first date.
Yeah.
Listen, this is no Senka set. You're going for dinner. You're getting to know them. The girl wants the dim lighting. She wants everything beautifully.
If the sun is still out when you're
Why are
picking
you
me
picking
up,
me up?
I'm staying in my house until
Yeah.
it's dark.
It's one thing if you planned a daytime thing. Okay,
Yeah.
obviously you can't get rid of the sun.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a fun dinner on a Saturday or a Friday, also the date they decide to bring you on really shows their
Thursdays
interest
always,
in you.
babe. Thursdays always.
You never sacrifice a weekend for a guy unless they are worth it.
You never say like I'm gonna give you up my set. There's just
No.
too many things going
And
on.
if they're willing to give up a Saturday, you know, you're in.
Or red flag, they have no friends. But no. Another thing is like if they pick you up at 7, realistically your dinner's done by 9, and the sun is still out.
What
at
are you
that
doing?
point. And what are you doing now?
Yeah.
Like I want to be out. When
Honestly,
it's like other
9
people are drunk too.
9:30, even 8:30 is like,
No, I think 8 is like a decent time to like pick me up. Like we go for dinner.
8:39. Come on.
I think
because you
8
want to
is,
be
like,
at that
a
time
good
where after
time.
you say we go for drinks.
Yeah, but I feel like 8
Yeah.
is still there. Like the earliest I would go is 8, but don't start saying, "Babe, I'm at your house at 6:15." Like drive back. Drive back. I'm not
Yeah.
ready.
No.
Like what?
Yeah, and
6:15,
as a
I'm getting
guy,
ready at
like
3 p.m.
as a guy, you should know that girls take a lot of time to get ready, and we want to be perfect, and we try and make things. Don't show up early. No, because you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait either way, but like, don't set yourself up for failure.
Yeah. But also as a girl, like be ready.
No, but I just feel like I've been picked up in the past. And like, I'm here a little early, but like, no stress. Take your time. Like,
I'm
no,
stressing.
I'm stressed. Like, thanks.
Yeah.
If you didn't want me to stress, then you'd wait calmly in your car and not let me know you were there.
You would put gas at the end of the street and get me a gum pack and
Exact.
not tell me you're here.
Exactly. And smoke your cigarette before you come get me.
Do all your things. Call your mom. Tell her not to call in
Get
the
your
next
air
3 hours.
freshener. Get a car wash. Do whatever you have to do. I'm sure you could find time before picking me up.
And also don't be like fucking late, because my thing is like as soon as I'm ready, it's like you need to be here. I can't explain it. Like
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to wait for you, but like if you need to wait a couple of minutes for me, that's fine. And I don't
Yeah.
like making people wait, but like I don't want to be sitting in my house like waiting for you or like wait, you know what I mean? Like I think it's just like every minute I spend waiting for you, the percentage of me liking you is going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean though?
I know what you mean.
You're ready, your makeup's on, you look flawless, you're finally got everything done, and it's 30 minutes and you're sitting on your bed and you're going, well,
Yeah. I feel like I know nothing about timing because even if I start 6 hours before, somehow I'm going to find a way to be late or I'm going to still be rushing. So, or
I don't know.
think
I
that's
feel
the
like
thing.
I'm pretty on time. And you never want to be like, where are you? Because then what are you, the police?
Oh
Like-
my God. Like we said, we don't like cops. We think we said it last episode in the Halloween edition. I want to get into when I speak to a guy, there's like a fine line between like getting to that stage where it's like sexting. Okay. And I'm just going to say, if you get to that stage early on while talking to somebody, it's over.
Yeah.
There's no reversing that now.
Yeah.
You're going to get that message at night. It's going to get to that all the time because you already went there.
Yeah.
It's like when you're talking to someone and then you fuck them. Like after it's like, hey, shut up, you're going to fuck them again.
Yeah. You're not going to say, let's go back to kissing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's just like, how can we give them tips of like not getting there right away if they are interested in somebody?
Honestly, I think the most important thing is go on a date before you get to like the set. And it's fine to be like, you looked so good tonight. With like minor sex is like fine, but don't start full blown pics text fucking 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, don't start doing that, because then when you go on the date, it's like, I can't explain. It's almost like you're both going there like, we know we're gonna fuck, or like,
no, it's so true.
Like it ruins that like butterfly exciting feeling, because you've already broken that barrier of like sending like naked pics or talking so dirty. Like, I feel like it took out the mystery of getting to that point.
And you know what? It's fine. Not every guy you have to go on a date with and has to get to that stage. And then sometimes you start talking to a guy and it gets there and it's fine. But just, I wouldn't really expect anything of it sometimes afterwards.
It's
because
just harder to get that sexy, what's it called? Anticipation.
Yeah. So yeah, I was recently speaking to a guy and we sexted really early on. And I just find now that when I speak to him, it's like all he expects and all he wants. And like, which is fine, you know, like you have certain people in your life where you're like, hey, fun, like good to know I have that option there. But when it starts feeling like it's like, you know, he's writing to you at night and that's what he's expecting, you start getting turned off. I don't know if it's just me, but it just feels like, even if I'm not in the stage to want to date and I don't want anything serious, I just know that if that's what's always expected now, I'm already bored and it's already becoming routine. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Also, I'm going to be like really honest. I think sexting is cool.
I think we're only honest on this podcast.
Really? Are we?
Yeah.
We should call it the Honest X.
The Honest X.
Can we work with the letters here? Rearrange?
I don't know if our exes would like that.
Yeah, so if I'm being honest about sexting, it's like, yes, it's fun and it's like spices up. And I've actually said in the past that like I've spoken to people that didn't like sexting and I was like, okay, boring. Like every once in a while, it's fun to spice it up and to have that openness. But talking to a guy that's like, I can't explain it. There's guys out there that are so lovers of sexting, but it's like a job. Like, it's like, there's only so many stories I could sext you and like ways that I could say I'm gonna suck your dick. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, I feel like it's really reserved for like that beginning relationship, and it gets old really, really fast and it gets tiring. Like,
but I just think it's like anything you do too much of at the beginning, you wear it out, you know? It's good to like do it sometimes and not want to have to do it every time, where it starts becoming like a chore and it starts being like, how can I say this in a different way? Like, you know,
literally copy paste. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much you can say through text,
and I think it's fun, and I'm so for it. I just think if it's done all the time,
it's
like
too much.
Like, for the example, that guy, it was too much. I was getting so annoyed, and I was like, no, you're actually too much in my bubble. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't feel like exciting anymore. It just felt like, here he goes, guys. Like, I'm laughing with all the girls.
Pull out the script. Like,
pull out
you know
the script. I mean? Like, no.
And then another thing is, when you fucking schedule your entire, you know, you put the whole literal script of what's gonna happen when you guys see each other, you both show up guns out, like, okay, well, do we start by the kiss? Do we say what we said we were gonna do?
Like,
you know, it's very awkward.
My God,
I know I said I was gonna staple your nuts to my eyelids, but like, I was feeling frisky that
I was just feeling the wind in the eyelashes today.
And sexting too, you start going like, I'm gonna lick your kneecaps until
it's just,
you just start adding to make it seem, and then you get there and you're going, I know I said what I said.
So since we're talking about 69 and gentlemen, let's get straight into who's an owl? Anal.
Okay, wait, I was like, who's Lana? An owl.
You didn't watch the movie? What is the movie called? Employee of the Month, when she reads on the board and she's like, who's an owl? They're like, it's anal, babe. So I just feel like we should talk about anal.
Sure.
Let's talk about anal. I wanted to say something because I feel a lot of things tonight.
We're always feeling on
We're
this podcast.
Always
we're
feeling.
Honest and we're feeling.
Yes. So obviously, when you're planning on having anal, it's not always just we're gonna stick it in the ass. It's a lot of
guys
prep.
Think it's that though.
Yeah.
They think, babe, let me just.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I had a mission to do before this.
For sure. But I mean, it's definitely a lot of it is prep, you know.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're clean.
No, I want you to know, like,
because when you really think about it, where are you putting your dick? Like,
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You're putting your dick in an asshole, okay? So if shit comes out of your asshole, say it, Veronica.
There's actually like there's actually a quote, and it's like, a pig doesn't go into mud expecting not to get muddy or some shit like that.
Exactly. I just think for a girl to even do anal, there's a lot of like things she has to worry about.
Well,
like
anybody.
but
I'm gonna say all my gay friends, I used to always be like, to be honest, not that I have the option, but I would never be a gay guy because it's too much work.
Yeah.
Like, before a hookup. And honestly, no wonder gay guys are all sluts because, well, first of all, there's a lot of reasons gay guys are all sluts. But if I just douched my asshole for 3 hours, you better believe we're fucking.
100%.
I don't care what's happening. We're fucking. It's like, it's what's happening.
It's
I didn't do this machine work for nothing.
It's crazy.
I don't care how bad the date goes. I'm saying, babe, come over.
But I just wanted to talk a little bit about anal because I feel like there's this not stigma around it, but it's like, oh my God, once I like hooked up with a girl and we did anal and like a little bit of shit came out or whatever. And I'm literally gonna say, like, straight up, you're going in a hole where something might come out.
Yeah.
You know, because even as clean as you are, depending on how you pull it out or whatever.
Oh yeah,
there's
the dick.
The dick.
I was going, wait, pull? What are you pulling? Not your tampon out.
I'm glad you're only the OGs will know this. If you're an OG, write down in the comments what you think the answer is. The answer. What?
But no, you can't just it's a risk that
Yes, but I just think in that situation you never want to make a girl feel uncomfortable. And I've heard stories of guys being like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like,
yeah.
do you know you just put your dick in my asshole, like,
and you wanted it.
yeah, and you wanted it. Now all of a sudden you're shocked.
Yeah, like,
You're shocked that like some sprouts came with it.
Babe, surprise.
I don't know. I just think it's really hot when a guy is like down to do anal, but is also like understanding of like what could be, and it doesn't make it.
It should be the prerequisite.
100%. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's actually not an option. You want to fuck my ass? YouTube is going, look, listen.
We're trying to make you girls money, but there's a reason you guys are still broke.
Please stop. But it's like, let's be real. You wanted to do this. You might get a bomboniere at the end. You know what I mean? Uncalled for. We never know.
For anyone who's not Italian, tell them what a bomboniere is.
It's like a little gift you get at the end of a party to take home.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's the gift you want to, I think, regift.
Regift back to, ship back to sender.
Literally. It's like an ugly fucking plate.
But honestly, I'm not a huge anal girl, but I think like that's definitely, well, huge anal. I've actually never done it, if I'm going to be really honest. Yeah.
No way.
I tried. It never worked. Like, I was crying. There's a lot of accidentally once cried, thought I was bleeding out of my ass. It really isn't for me. And I feel like it's something you need to be down to do. So I think that's like, if I want to give any tip, even though I'm not allowed to because I'm not educated or experienced, but I just feel like it has to be something you're willing to try, because if you're like nervous and you're not comfortable, that asshole, babe, is gonna be tight.
Yeah, I think taking it from somebody who's done anal, ew, I can't do this. I feel like I can't do this.
You know, in an interview when they put up the thing like scientist, yours had to be like someone who has done anal. You know, like your certificate, like
done anal. Haven't done Lada. Well,
let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know what you want to say.
I think a couple of tips if you are gonna do anal. I don't think I was ever like, I think for me, I'm always like, I want to try something once, at least once. I want to know what it feels like. But anal is actually not one of those things where you have to only try once, because, I mean, it's a lot of, like, the first times I was trying it, I found myself saying like, no, never mind.
Yeah.
But you almost have to, grow some balls and just fight through the pain, and make sure you have a lot of lube, because it really needs to be lubed up, because or else it's gonna kill.
Yeah.
And you have to be really in a position and state where you're really relaxed, because if you're not, your asshole is gonna be so tight that no dick could go in there.
Not even you, little Jimmy.
And, you know, shit might come through. So you got to be really relaxed.
You got to be comfortable. And I think, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a guy who's going to go, babe, you better not shit on my dick. Like, it's like, bro.
Yeah.
You're not
and
even getting
also,
in at
like,
this point.
I've actually
Access
gotten,
denied.
like, constipated from, like,
I've heard
anal. Because I feel like it got, like, clogged up almost. So, like, in that case, I probably wanted the shit to come out because, you know.
You're like, babe, you want to try this again? Maybe this time, you know, it's going to come out.
Maybe if you stick it in, it'll open up the doors. Okay, where does this go?
Manual. But I mean, I just think with everything, like, sex-wise, you just need to be open. Like, it's also even just, like, having sex. Like, things can happen that are just, like, not ideal or not.
Wait, last thing I want to say about anal is, just because you don't like it on the first time doesn't mean you won't like it. Like, I think that's something, like, the more you do, eventually you might learn to like it more.
It sounds like a rocky road to get there.
It's a very rocky road.
I'm not willing to take that drive. You know what? I'm good
right now.
I'm good. I am satisfied in my life. I don't need to. Right now,
it's like we already have a hole. Like, why? We have many holes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
have
good.
Your hoop holes?
I have a lot of
kinky.
But yeah, no.
But anal.
Yeah, so yeah, anal 69. But definitely, like, sex in general, like, embarrassing shit happens, like queefing. There's just so many things that you just gotta be like, make the person feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, you can't start being like, ew. Yeah. Like, no. And if I laugh, it's gonna happen again. So don't make me laugh.
I can't with this episode.
Tell me you know what I mean, though. But anyways, like, nobody.
But anyways, moving on from
these
queefing.
are the things you leave out of sexting, by the way.
And we're gonna get right into it.
This is why sexting sometimes it's too much to go with the script, because you never script in those.
I somehow feel that way about our podcast sometimes. Sometimes we can use a script. Sometimes we're just too authentic.
Somebody had told me that once.
What?
I don't remember who it was, or they commented on our TikTok and they were like, I feel like you guys should script this more. And I was like,
what do you mean? I feel like that's what we're good at.
They said that we need to be, like, more scripted because we were all over the place. I was like, bitch, well, that's what we are. Goodbye.
I think people have to understand that it's literally two chicks talking. Like, when you're talking with your girls, do you not say, oh, by the way?
Yeah.
You know, and then go back and forth.
But yeah, guys, episode 69, we went all over the place. How to be a gentleman, but also how to
have anal.
Like,
and who's an owl.
Yeah, and who's Lana. But basically, you just want to make sure the girl is comfortable. And girls, if there's anything else that you feel like we missed here, because there's so many things, honestly, the list goes on, but write them down below. And
yes,
it's honestly unfortunate, but girls or anyone in general is always going to remember the things they didn't like over the things that they did like. So just be, like, really attuned to, like, okay, how is she going to feel if I do this? Or, like, is this kind of, like, rude? Is this kind of, like, putting her in an awkward situation? Yeah. Like, there's so many times that you might not even think about it. Like, you're introducing her to her friends. Like, the smallest thing, just introduce her. Just say, hey, everybody, like, this is Veronica. You don't need to give a title.
It seems so simple, but not everybody
does it. Like, you have to think in their shoes. Like, instead of putting me there awkward and I have to start going, hey, everyone, and then I'm fist bumping people. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, you have to be attuned to what the other person is experiencing.
But yeah, it's really, like you said, being a gentleman is not about how much money you have. It's really about class and just paying attention to your girl. And if there's something you might be doubting, like, oh, is this something she would like? She probably would, or it's probably something you should do. So if you're doubting it, then you're there. Yeah. You know that it's an issue.
Unless the umbrella is out, you know, maybe close that, put it back in the back seat. But, like, you know, just get valet. It's an extra $5, guys. It's a $5.
I don't know what restaurants you go to, but valet is like $30, babe.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
thought it was,
some
like,
restaurants.
tip. I thought you just give like 5-10.
No, some restaurants it's included. Some places it's like 25. It depends. But anyways, whatever.
Anyway, 20, 30. Anyways, what's twos to threes?
What's 25? So then, guys, just do the $6 Uber. Look, there's methods around everything.
Seems like we said it's not $1, but suddenly it's $1 amount that makes you a gentleman.
Oh my God, it's so true.
We're like, well, just do the Uber, just do the valet.
They're like, yeah, well, I'm trying to save, bitch.
But I don't know. I feel like I've been on dates with guys that were like, had money, and I feel like it didn't make them a gentleman. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
And I've been on dates where people brought me to like even they didn't even have a car, and we walked to the restaurant. You're like, wait, red flag. That's what we just said not to do. But like, I've had dates where, for example, when I was in Australia, like I went on a date. I think I actually explained this day, but
yeah, the bar.
Yeah, we went like bar hopping, and we had like walked there, and we walked on like the canal, I guess, and it was just like handled, and it was nice, and it was very like gentleman.
Well, I think if it's gonna be like that, then say that that's the plan, so they know not to wear their Louboutins.
No,
everything should be, stated and considered.
But it's just like, even like that was like a very like, I would say more low, but like we weren't going to like a fancy restaurant or anything, right. And it was like more casual. It doesn't have to be. It was just like well done in the sense of like, I felt like, okay, you're a gentleman, like you're taking care of me, and like you're not imposing. I think another thing, honestly, I know we got into sex and also a gentleman at the same time, but I think a gentleman will never like impose too much sexually on you. Like you're always being classy. Like you're not gonna be like, oh, like for me it's like you could be the nicest gentleman ever, but if at the end of the night you're pressuring me and you're making it feel like, oh yeah, I've said the story in the past where I went on a date with a guy and we made out, and all of a sudden he was like driving into his parking lot. I was like, whoa, like what makes you think just because I made out with you and I almost sucked your dick that I want to sleep with you? What made you think that because I was wearing no panties and I was sitting on your lap that I was gonna sleep with you?
Like I never,
babe, your dick was in my hand, but I wasn't gonna.
Like I only gave you hand, I didn't give you head. Like what made you think?
I only spit on it. Like how could you have thought? What gave you that idea?
Anyway, no, but actually, guys,
though, imposing is for sure.
Yeah,
not classy.
Yeah, and it also, when you come off so strong, it makes you think like you can't actually get chicks, and you have to force people to sleep with you. Like you want it to be like, it's okay, babe, don't worry, exactly. Call my other girl.
Right back to the beginning of the hot girls.
Yeah. Guys, we're fucking whatever. We're good, but we're toxic, but we're a little bit of everything. Anyway, but I also think it's really important that we talk about these things, because I feel like if us girls don't state these things, then how the fuck are guys gonna know? You know?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys will tell me that they like to hear. Babe, my camera stopped.
Writing to the memory card was not completed correctly. Recover data, enter, cancel.
Recover data, enter.
Oh okay, my God. So let me just end it, okay? Yeah. I end it?
Execute question mark. This may damage data that was added or edited on it. Did you format the card?
No, but it's fine. The card has 136 gigs.
I think you just used it. What do I press?
No, there's no way I used all the gigs.
This may damage data that was.
We have no choice.
Yeah, it's that or that.
It's execute or lose.
Recovering data.
Oh my God, living on a prayer. I'll cry.
Veronica, I'll die.
No, there's something going on in here.
No, it's gotta stop. It's actually gotta stop.
I'm getting a shaman something to.
Actually, nothing happening. You just gotta get organized.
What?
Nothing happening in here.
What's not organized?
No, he's saying like we're just the dog's running over. Like we're asking for all these things. We're not formatting,
but
which
it's
is
not the data.
But is it there?
What's going on right now?
I'm just checking how much of it is there. I'm just fast forwarding.
Because it stopped what it was doing? Formatting or whatever? Okay, just end the episode. Just say even Veronica's camera died.
Okay, guys. Well,
the camera decided
that, when you stick it in, shit might come out. And that's what happened to Veronica's camera, guys. So we're going to end this on a good note, like we always do, and say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you're listening on Spotify or iTunes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. We love you.